everyone, I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window Live, and I mean live. You know, when things don't go right, we have to fix it really quickly because this is a live show. We are doing the things with you right now, and I'm super excited. I'm so thankful to Michael. We had a little technical difficulty, but Michael, just like my mom said, he's has golden hands. He can fix anything. So thank you, Michael, for getting us back online and allowing us to have this special time with you. You know, I look forward to Fridays because I get to visit with you. I tell you all about my quilting, all the stuff that I like to do, and share with you some of my personal life. And I always look forward to your comments and messages that you send. And I have to tell you, this morning, just before the live show, I was looking through the messages, and one of the girls have mentioned that she gave her quilt to a waitress. What an inspiration! You know, we always think about, I'm making this quilt, I want to do this something, I want to do something special, and you're looking for this perfect person to receive the quilt. And you know what? That person may be right next to you at the dinner, at the theater, at some place that you go enjoy, and you always look at them. They have a great smile, or maybe they're low down and they need a little pick me up. So think about, your quilting can change somebody's day in a second. So I always think of my mother-in-law and my father-in-law. They used to make quilts together and donate them to a nursing home. And you know, after my father-in-law passed away, my mother-in-law keeps doing it. She keeps making the quilts. It brings her so much joy to share with others. So love quilting. I have to tell you, quilting is not only therapy for me, but also therapy for others, but also such a gift that you can share the skills of quilting, but also sharing your own quilts with others. So inspired. So thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing that comment. And I'm gonna send a pressing tool to my girl Nita that left that comment. I so much appreciate you, girl. You inspire me this Friday. So, and speaking of inspire, we meet every once a month because we do block of the month. And I promise you get to see the block of the month shortly, so you can start seeing the end vision of this quilt. And we do have some pre-cut kits. I know. You want me to stop and you want me to show you my mystery quilt, because this is why you came here today. Because you know that I'm gonna show the back, the front, my mystery quilt. Yes, it's done. I have it right here. I'm gonna make you wait just a few minutes because I wanna clean up this table and put my quilt right on it. So stay tuned. Keep watching the show. I have my mystery quilt and it is so beautiful. I'm thrilled with it. I'm so happy with it. So super excited about it. But speaking of the quilt that is behind me, the Lady Tulip quilt, it's a just really nice quilt. It's a medallion setting. You have the center medallion and you have all the blocks that go all the way around. There's 6-inch finish, 6.5-inch unfinished. And just for anyone that did not get the kit, didn't sign up with us for block of the month, guess what? We have a few extra kits. So look at this. You can purchase the whole kit and you can use a 10% coupon if you would like to do that. Just type thanks and you can go ahead and get a kit. It's all pre-cut. Start making your blocks and you're gonna have the most amazing quilt. So look at this kit one more time right here. This is all the blocks, also the border, binding, everything is included. So enjoy it. Go to our website, Lady Tulip Kit, right there. Now, just like many of you have been working this year, we had 2 mystery quilts. We had a first mystery quilt was our Montana quilt right there. This was the Montana quilt. If you don't remember this quilt, I brought it with me. Oops, I had a chair right here. Oh, almost sit down for a moment right there. Right, look at this. This was our Montana quilt. And this was our first mystery quilt. We did it with our Alaska ruler. Stunning. I also had later on this mystery quilt change into a pattern that you can purchase. And we have pre-cut kits for Montana. So I know there was a lot of comments and a lot of questions about the Montana. Yes, we do have this kit. You can only get it in pre-cut. We don't have the fabrics left anymore, so we don't have the bundles to do this. And you can go ahead to our website and look at the blogs and start making your blogs. It is so much fun and so fast. And yes, I'm working on another version of this quilt, a little bit more scrappy, and it is coming out later on next year with another collection that I'm going to do. But the blue one, we have limited amount of them, so if you wanted to do this one, now is the time to treat yourself for the Montana kit. And now I'm gonna start on this side and show you all the fun goodies that I brought for you, because we have two brand new pre-cut kits, so they are awesome. And then we have all this other fun stuff that I got ready for you guys. So let's start right here. We have a brand new pattern, and this pattern calls Monstera, and it's on our website. It's a large applique. You have a one big background fabric, and then you just applique your your leaves right on it and arranged it. You can do it the way I did it, or you can change some of the numbers of leaves. It's up to you. I already made a second quilt, and I absolutely love it. There is no going wrong with this quilt. Monstera is beautiful, very modern. So if you have somebody in your life that love plants, this one is perfect for them. And I made the quilt with those bundles, Compass East and Compass South. So right there. And I used, for some of the leaves, I use fat eighths. For some, I use fat quarters. So those are the bundles. We only sell fat quarters. We sell fat eighths in this bundle right here. And this is our Around the World bundle. And you're going to get all of the fabrics in this one from all four of the collections. And what I love about this bundle, that I can not only use it in Monstera, but I can use it in all different other projects, like this one right here. This is our altitude pattern. Look at how beautiful this medallion quilt is. And this one is done with this collection. And you're gonna need a light. And originally I have my Cloud 9 collection, so those are all the lights right there from Cloud 9. But I want to bring to your attention, we just got in all the pre-cuts from our Low Nothings. So right there, look at how beautiful those lights are, and I think they would look lovely with this bundle. So if you need good lights, they are perfect. And I included this touch of honey yellow, like really delicate. It makes all the other colors really pop great. So this is Altitude, and this is that awesome Around the World bundle that you can get a piece of every single fabric that come out in that collection. And it comes in this cute bag. I love this. We are trying to change some of our packaging to more friendly, earth friendly, to do our part. So we're getting rid of some of the plastic packaging and putting a lot of our kits in those material bags, so that way you have a bag to put your project in it, but also we're not creating so much plastic and sending out there. So slowly but surely, one project at a time, we're hoping to get that done. Now I'm gonna talk about the mystery bundles in just a little bit. So when we did our mystery quilt, we did it in variety of colors, and this was the original one, the Day Trip, and this is the one that I have my quilt made with. I want to tease you with my quilt a just tiny bit. Let me do that. I'm not gonna show you the whole thing. This was the quilt that I did, and I used the Day Trip fabric. So right there, so you can, if you missed on that chance to do this, we did it whole summer long. This was something, it's still on our blog. You can go to our blog, you can start it, you can make your blogs, and our whole team for that mystery. I want to show you that sometimes things are not what you expect. So you starting with strips, and then suddenly you're cutting them in two different directions, and you're creating those beautiful blocks. So don't overthink, start doing, and then go with the flow, and maybe something amazing comes out of it. And that same message, I want to pass it on with you today as we're looking at the additional things that I have done to my quilt, the backing, and there's something else that I did to my quilt that I want to share with you, that you sometimes the scraps and the leftovers may be exactly what you need, and you don't expect that there is something more in the back of the quilt. So right there, day trip is one of the bundles. Then we have another bundle. This one was lemonade, and then we have beach day. So those two are still available. If you would like to have a little bit different colors into your quilt, go to our website, see the quilts. Now it's all revealed, so you can see completely quilt done with the bundles. But those two bundles gives you that same nice feel and a good shading to your colors. Or just like I told you in my blog and all the videos, just jump into your stash, pull up some nice fabric, and start creating. I know you wanted to see this quilt because it is just lovely, and like I promised you, I just can't wait to share with you. Isn't it, Monstera? Isn't it just beautiful? Simple, fun. I love how the blues shade into the green. This looks amazing. And what I did on mine, I did a raw edge applique. So all that I did is fuse my leaves, and then I quilted around so the edges are raw, and quilted overall. And I quilted with a little pebbles, what is really, really pretty. So this is fun, but you can use hand, machine, or fusible applique. All three techniques are in the pattern, so you can choose whichever one you want. I chose this one because I want something fun and simple. And now, next kit that I wanted to share with you, this one is so exciting. Remember our Liberty Star that we did for 4th of July? We have regular kits for this one, the Liberty Star, but look at this. We just got all of the fabrics pre-cut for you for Liberty Star in a Lady Tulip collection. Lady Tulip, this fabric's right there. And I'm gonna open this for a moment so you see. Oh, I'm not gonna open this. The girls really did a great job tying this nice together for me. So but all the pieces are pre-cut, really nice. So right there, and all that you have to do is just open it up, your baggie, take your blocks out, lay it out, make 8 wedges to the quilt, follow the pattern. You're gonna need the pattern, but the layout for the quilt, you either go ahead and print out the pictures from the website, or you can go ahead, email us, and we can send it to you, the picture. But look at this. You have all your pieces pre-cut beautifully right there, just sitting, and they're all pressed for you. So all that you have to do, just lay it out and start sewing to the rows, put it together. This is the easiest way to make like an 8-point star design. I'm really, really in love with that. I can't wait to start on mine, my quilt. I didn't make mine yet. I only made the one with the one that I showed it to you. Did I show it to you? No, it's right here. I did not show it to you. Look at this. This is the one I did, and that's the blue and white. Isn't it beautiful? Let me turn it this way. Stand up on my tippy toes. Can you see it? Isn't it lovely? I love this quilt. It's so just magical. It just have big pieces, easy to put together. And this one was done with the regular kit, so I had to cut all my pieces, but I'm excited. This is gonna be a weekend project. If I have everything pressed and pre-cut for me, I just have to sew it. I'm going to enjoy it. You know, next week is our retreat, and we are gonna do something super cool and special. We're gonna live stream from our retreat, so you get a little peek into what we do at the retreat. But also, I don't want to miss a chance to visit with you guys. But this is a perfect project for the retreat. So my friend Debbie is coming to town, and I'm hoping that she says, yes, I want to be playing with you, and we're gonna be sewing on all different fun things. But this is not the project that everybody's going to do. That one is a top secret. We don't tell anyone about that one. We are gonna share with you guys from the retreat, you get to see what the girls are working on it. We have a top secret project for them that I have been working on, and I'm super, super excited. So now, keep moving really nice. What happened is we have been able to cut few more of those fun background jelly rolls. So look at this. We got this taupe one with olive branch little leaves on it, branches and little leaves. We got a solid one. Isn't that beautiful? All of those solid jelly rolls are on our website because you know that square dance quilt lately has been one of your personal favorites, and we thought we need more jelly rolls, so that way you can go ahead and take two of those and sew together and you create a beautiful square dance quilt. Or what about taking one of those jelly rolls? This is Practical Magic. This was linen texture 3, and you can go ahead and put it together and you have a beautiful fall simple square quilt. We talked about it last time I saw you. I showed you how to make the 9 patches. So many lovely and kind comments, and I'm so thankful for you guys. So if you want it, we have all those wonderful rolls now available. We have 3 of them right now. There is one more that is gonna go on the website today. I'm gonna show you that one in a moment, but if you want it right now, we have the one with the olive branch, we have the one with the just a nice solid linen texture taupe, and I did a jelly roll that all the pieces are the same, so that way you have the contrast for your patches. And this one is with a little green star, and it's perfect if you wanted to do like a Christmas quilt with maybe the Noel collection. And those have a straight cut, so they fray a little bit more. They match perfectly with our other rolls, so that way it's easy to put them together and then start sewing. We will have more of our square dance kits coming in, so be patient. We just got the fabric. We're gonna send them out, and next 2 to 3 weeks we're gonna have more of those. But if you already have purchased a nice jelly roll from Practical Magic and you want to do something fun and exciting, just get one of those rolls and start sewing patches and put them together, and you're gonna have a beautiful quilt. This is another fun project. I think that I'm gonna have to play with it in next few days. My gosh, I have so many plans, but I'm gonna be teaching at the retreat. I'm not gonna be sewing. I'm not gonna be sitting down. I'm going to be enjoying watching everybody else sew and have fun. Maybe a little bit in the evenings I get to sew with my buddy Debbie, but otherwise I want to make sure that I share all the informations that I know about quilting and how to do things with my girls that come to our retreat, and treat them like goddesses. That's what it's all about. Treat them like queens, and now they can have fun and enjoy and learn something new and exciting. Now, I told you there was one more roll. This is another one. I really like this one. This one comes, the fabric is from our Blue Escape collection. It's a very light with a delicate low detail on it, and we have our batik rolls that match really nice with that one. I love it. So that's the next one that we have. And I just want to bring to your attention, we also have a roll that is beautiful. It just came in. All those pre-cuts just arrived. The Sweet Nothing. We have layer cakes. We have beautiful charm packs, and don't let it fool yourself. There's only few of the darker taupe, gray, and a yellow on the top. There's a lot of nice lights right in there, and those are perfect with any jelly rolls you want. And I love that little touch of yellow. Let me bring back this roll right here. This is the Practical Magic. Look at how nice this accent together and looks just beautiful with the lights and the touch of like a cinnamon and a touch of gray. I absolutely love those. So have fun with the rolls. We have so many fun choices. Go to our website, browse, see, and start dancing with me with the little square dance, because that pattern is so much fun. And you can make the quilt large, you can make it small, you can do anything you would like. It's your quilt, you can enjoy it. Now, the layer cakes and charm packs we just added to our website. They are just wonderful. And you know me and charm packs, we had a project called Thousand Pyramids, and that one was specifically made for the charm packs. And I thought, oh, I have to do this. Again, charm pack from Practical Magic. This is Practical Magic, and this is Linen Texture 3. Both charm packs together, and then add something like this for the light backgrounds. And voila, you need a little bit more for the whole quilt. But if I want a smaller project for a table runner or anything else, this combination is gonna be great. They're very similar, tons of colors. They're gonna look really, really nice together. And using the Thousand Pyramid and only using a part of it for a table runner, why not? Let's do it. We only have so much time in the day to do all those projects, so we have to maybe size it down and limit. And speaking of time, I want to save you time, and this is my goal. My mother-in-law, my mom, I myself, I love the pre-cut kits. I just love it. And look at this sewing star just came in. Now I'm gonna be playing with opening this one. No, it was not tied in a knot. Right there, take your time, open it up. And what I want to show you, it's just blows me away how fun and easy it is. I pulled one of the blocks, everything is put together, matching background to the colors right there, because I had the girls package that background matched the three or four blocks that were made with that background. And I'm gonna start making sort of stars. And look at, I already started on those. Look how beautiful they are, nice big size. And you can use the kit, and for example, you're gonna make a quilt for someone or yourself, and you're gonna use all of the 23 blocks. But if you want a quick small baby quilt and you have a little girl coming in, a little granddaughter, or maybe a neighbor is having a baby, what about just choosing the pinks and the lighter tones and make a smaller project and just use 8 stars, and you're gonna have a really cute baby quilt. So you can do that if you wanted to. You have 23 stars in a quilt. You can lay them out any way you wanted. They're all pre-cut, easy to do, and we included all the finishing pieces to make this quilt what is the background and a binding. So another fabulous kit. Easy. You pull up one block, you can get it done in a morning, and then in 23 days every morning 1 star. Give yourself a little time of sewing, and you're gonna have a wonderful project done. Okay, now another thing that I want to show you again for charm packs is the charm basket. So the charm basket, that's the quilt right there. A lot of you have commented and asked about it. So look into our charm packs, grab whichever ones you would like, and then start making a cute little baskets with a handle. Super fun and exciting pattern. I brought the holiday forest pattern into the table because you know it's never too early to start thinking about holidays and what is coming up next. So I know I'm rushing to Christmas because guess what, right now we should be already finishing our pumpkins and leaves and all the fun stuff, but I'm thinking always ahead, like which next quilt I want to be making. And I know I want to make my mom a small of a quilt like this so she can hang it in her house. The holiday forest looks so cute. You can use it with scraps. This is jelly roll from seamstress and linen texture, so you can do it this colors. You can use a darker background if you want a little bit more taupey. We have so many wonderful choices, and I've seen one somebody chose a light blue from our linen texture. So beautiful, so beautiful. So keep going, keep doing. Now If you need little extra fabric, I have the deal of the week for you. So this is a flash sale. We only have it for 24 hours. It's gonna end tonight. So please, if you want those bundles, they're right now from 25, they're $20. So really fun and easy. It was 24.95 into 19.95. So look at this. Look at this. Those are perfect bundles. There are fat eights. They are wonderful. And there are 16 fat eights in every one of those bundles. And I color coordinated and pulled up all the best and the nicest from our collections. And you have a little bit of everything. So for example, if you want a little bit of wovens with your regular fabrics, this bundle is perfect. Nice two background ones, light with low taupes. This is stunning. And then blues and greens, fuse a little bit extra color into your stash, and you can make all different wonderful quilts with this one. If you just bought the pattern and you want to do do your own cutting, why not getting something like this and get your own stash, pull some from there and just mix and match, and you're gonna have a beautiful quilt. So this bundles they are color wheel bundle, and there's number on them, so you have to look at on a website. We have a lot of lovely options, including some modern color wheel. So only until tonight they are on sale. So please, if you want them, you need to go and shop to get those bundles. Compass pattern, I pulled it out for you guys because it's perfect with our compass collection with all those beautiful wovens. It is beautiful, and I do absolutely love this little template. Easily fit on a jelly roll on 2.5-inch strip. But if you have little swatches and little scraps, so unexpected, you can cut your little pieces. And I love this, that if you have a white you putting on, you can see the dark lines, but our rulers, we have also white lines. So when you put off a dark fabric, you can easily see where the fabric fits if you're doing some fussy cutting, and you can work with that one. And this pattern is perfect for this ruler. So those are the few things that we have. Now I brought some things because I'm already getting messages like, what is a good gift? My wife loves quilting. I love quilting. What can I get for my friends? So when I think shopping, I'm thinking if I'm doing gifts and thinking of someone else, I always think about books, because books give you such a nice variety. And this is Patches of Scraps. I am so excited for our retreaters this weekend because we're going to be looking at a lot of quilts from Patches of Scraps. And then another book that I absolutely love is The Seasons in Blue. And we're going to have a quilt along from The Seasons in Blue. So stay tuned. That's in January. Gather your blue and light scraps. Or we're gonna go light and dark. You can go light and green, light and red, light and black, anything you wanted to, as long as you have a light and a dark for that contrast. I'm gonna be making my quilt with blues because I absolutely love. I keep adding to my blue collection quilts. I just love them. And I started with the Patches of Blue quilt, and you can look back how we did a quilt along from this one. So basically I have a super cool idea how we take just little bits and pieces from the quilts from The Seasons in Blue and learn all the techniques through those quilts, but also put a really nice simpler quilt together. So books are great, and Patches of Stars, you can't go wrong. Give somebody beautiful stars and enjoy them with them. So really nice. This one is great as well. So books would be my first thing to gift someone with. But then I always think a smaller thing that goes with it. So great low pressing tool. This is our hand tool and it's back in stock, and we're gonna make sure they are there for you if you need them. So if you want to visit our website, this is the low pressing tool. We talk about low things like a quilting and crafting spray. This is really nice. It's new. I like it. I hope you do too. Now, getting a pencil to mark your quilt or write like on the back of your quilt that you made it, the date. I really like those pencils right there. And did you notice we have awesome scissors on our website? And a lot of girls ask me, why did you choose those scissors? I just like them because they have this pink little cushion. So when I put my hand into it, it's so easy to use it. And many times I use these big scissors for cutting bedding, when or trimming my quilt around. And the small ones are perfect when I cut appliques, and they're just easy to take it with me because they are so much smaller. So this is just the two scissors that I like to use. And then, of course, how can you go wrong giving somebody a cute little box of threads with the gift? So I have the Touch of Blue Christmas collection on my personal favorite signature style, what it's tone on tone, easy to work with it, and goes with everything. If you would like to, you can go ahead and treat somebody for a larger box. And this is the all the threads here, they're in a small size, and this is in the larger size, and they're Aurifil threads, weight 50. They are just beautiful. So those are for the little goodies. Before I show you my quilt, think about what question you want to ask me. And I'm cleaning this space because I really want to show you some things and want to talk to you about the quilt. And we're going to look at from the front, we're going to look at from the back, and we're going to have a one sweet ride with them. I brought this thread onto the table. This is 403 from Superior. So fine. And I quilted my quilt with this thread. I really liked it, so I brought it for you guys to see it. That one. And then I want to show you, before I do anything else, guess what? It's coming next week. It's a sweet ride. We already have it on our website. We're going to start cutting and shipping on Monday. But we have Sweet Ride is our brand new collection with Endeavor. It is so beautiful. Did you see the pieces? It's so happy. It's one of my first collection that it has a little bit more modern flavor to it. Very nice, and a perfect for children's quilts or any quilts. Just wait, you see what I'm making with those fabrics. I'm making some baby quilts, but I also love just playing and mixing and matching with other things. So just wait, we're gonna have some fun. So this is the Sweet Ride collection. I love some of the pieces. Look at this background, and I have this cute little map on this one. When you open the map, you're gonna see we're going to the park, chocolate factory, the pool, because when you go on a sweet ride, you has to be ending up with some sweet destination that we're going to it. So super excited about that one. And look at all the cute little cars that are on this fabric. So more about this later, but anybody that have been waiting for this collection, we just put it on our website. So if you wanted some of the fabrics, please go visit, and we're going to have it for you. Now we have fat quarters, fat eights, but we also have half yard cuts. So this is our half yard cuts. They are all folded inside. We just cut it and fold it together and put it in the bag. So you're only seeing the 5 pieces, but you have the full collection in that one. So, and it is 28 pieces in the collection. So enjoy. Did you notice this piece? Say zoom, 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 zoom. Super fun. So ready, set, go. Let's have a sweet ride. I'm going to put it down here because I need the space. And I want to bring your attention. We have, instead of linen texture to complement this group, I designed a collection called Sprinkles. And it's very delicate, light, low dots. And there are 14 pieces. So if you need a little bit extra color, you got it. And we have quilts that I'm making just with those fabrics. Remember my elephants? making elephants with those. So really, really cute. So, so, so fun. You're gonna have a great time. Now, you wonder, why did I keep this fabric on my table? Because this fabric ended up to being part of my mystery quilt. And I'm gonna show you in a moment how I use this fabric. I needed tiny bit more, and I needed something. I love putting with solids some print. So, are you ready? Yes, yes, everybody is ready. So let's have a little review. So I still have to do my binding, and I'm gonna talk to you about this. So don't judge. I just could not help myself not to show you this quilt. And remember, our whole idea was nothing is what you expect. So when I finished my quilt, I had some leftovers. If you have lots of leftovers, you're gonna have enough for something super simple for the back of the quilt. And this is what I did. Super fun and simple. Isn't that sweet? I didn't overthink. I didn't want to do a lot. What I did is I look at my quilt on the front, and I thought I can have something that complements really nice and simple on the back. Look what happened. Just if it would be too much, it would be competing it with it. So what I did, I split my backing to 9 sections, 9 big blocks. And then I looked at my leftovers, and I tried making 9 sections. Then I trimmed, sewed it together, and I was ready to have my quilt quilted. But before I did that, I noticed I had some smaller leftovers, and what I did is, look at this. I took my leftovers that was similar size, and I put a border around my quilt. Isn't that nice? Look at this. And now let's talk a little bit about the quilting on this quilt. Oh, isn't that just beautiful? You know, I love quilting my quilts, but I'm okay in it. So I use a lot of times digitized designs, and I go edge to edge. So I picked a few of my favorite digitized designs, and I put them through the rows of the quilt left to right, and created this fun look to this quilt. Isn't that cute? Do you have any questions about this quilt? Look at how sweet it looks when I now fold it this way into this area. You look at it this and like, what is back here? I want to see it. And now, because I didn't have enough of the fabrics for the backing, and everybody's gonna have a little bit, different amounts. Some of you maybe just have enough leftovers that all that you can do is add a border to it. Some of you maybe have enough that you can take. Now take your leftovers, look it into the stash, and match it up and see what you can do. I love this print, and I thought, oh, I see all these colors right there. This is here, this green is here, this blue right there. And I had some of this fabric, and I was like, this is gonna match really nice, and I needed something a little bit more. And I also cut my strips, because this is what I'm gonna put around the edge for my cute little binding. Let me show you. So this is gonna be my binding. Look at how nice it is going to look if I put a little bit of a pattern, something totally unexpected. You don't need to do a solid binding. You could do something with a little bit more of a pattern. Now, time for your questions. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, we do.
And in case you want to know, this fabric is 8750-B. A-8750-B. So, and this was a really nice match to this one. Michael?
We do have questions.
Michael? Michael forgot to turn the microphone, so I'm so sorry about
here. That. Yes, we actually have quite a few questions rolling in. Our first question was from Donna, and she's wondering, how wide did you end up making your little border?
So 3.5 inch. I noticed I had a lot of like leftovers that were 3.5 inch, and that's what I went with it. And when I do borders, I always look at the quilt. And if my blocks are 6 inch, I usually go half of a block. So this was 6, so 3, because I need a half an inch for a quarter inch each side, it came up to be 3.5. So always look at, if your blocks are 8 inch finish, it would be nice balance would be 4 inch. So you want to stay nicely balanced with your, and that's something I don't know why I'm doing it. This is how I always think about it, and I have done it, that I look at the size of the block and I wanted something nice and balanced with that.
Oh, that's great. And Joan was wanting to know, when can they buy the pattern?
This is a great question. So we already have the pattern finished. It's going through editing, but it's still free on our website. So if you wanted to, you can go to our website. But thank you for thinking and wanting to support us. So we're definitely gonna go ahead and put that pattern, I would say, next 2 weeks. Next week it's all about the retreat. I know, don't be mad at me, but when those girls come in, I am all over them. I'm so excited. It's like all my friends are coming to town. I hope some of you get a chance to come to our retreats because they are just fabulous.
You know, and I have a question.
Yes.
If they are looking for a little additional fabric, because like you said, everyone's going to have
Yeah.
different amounts, wouldn't those color wheel bundles work?
Yes, we still have for like additional fabric for the back. What a good idea. And they're on sale. So if you need a little bit bigger pieces, and notice that what I did is, this is just the half of a cut. So it's like a length of a fat 8. Okay, so if you have some fat 8, some bigger pieces leftovers, I didn't want to deal with long strip. From me looking at the, and notice this, I looked at the front of the quilt and I looked at it, that I have 9 sections to it, that I can split this because this is 9 by 9. So I could go ahead and do a big squares like this, and that's why I went for it for the back. Remember that when you're doing something like this, the blocks, once you quilt, you're not gonna be equal and even, because things are gonna shift during quilting. You pinning your quilt, you have to put it on a frame. So what I did is I limit the outside of the quilt, like when I put it on my frame. Normally I give myself at least 2 inch bigger around the quilt top. What I did is, this time I only did a 1 inch backing bigger around the quilt top. So, you know, think about it, how much room you can give yourself. But you will never know if one square is different than the other, because I went completely scrappy and didn't pay attention to it. I have few more threads that I have to clip from my quilting. I'm just so thrilled with it. And look at how much the quilting added to the back of this quilt. It's just really nice. I'm happy with it. I'm proud with it. And I know there are girls in our office that already have been very excited about this quilt and saying, wow, this is my favorite. So, you know, you never know who's gonna receive that quilt. So this is one of my personal favorites, and I'm so glad you pushed me hard to finish and give me a deadlines. I know I keep flirting with this quilt and flipping back and forth, because you know what, I can't get enough. I cannot get enough. I don't know how this just came out exactly as it should. If I would have, and I brainstorm on it, and I want to do this and I want to do that, but I thought, no, if I go too far, I'm gonna compete with this. If I don't go enough, it's going to be boring. So I want to reuse what I had. And like I said, many of you are gonna have all different amounts of fabric. Don't stress over. Sew what you can. If this piece would have been from 2 other pieces, it would have been great. Make this kind of back, big square, something that you can handle on your cutting board. So up to 20, 22 inches, the most I would go in a square. I like to stay with the 20, 21 because of I know I can fit in a one, usually a fat 8 or fat quarters, 18 by the half of a width, so it's 20 to 21 inches. So that's what my math kind of came with it. I just have the leftovers, sewed it together, and I add those fun little accent green. Look at how interesting it is. And I often look at it, some of the antique quilts that I have, and I admire them so much. And the backing, suddenly you have a one corner that is completely different fabric. So, in the past and today, let's do with what we got, and saving some money on your backings, reusing what you have. And tell me how many times you have your quilt quilted and it comes back with an extra piece left over from a backing. So collect all of them, sew together. But here I use the leftovers from the front, popped it to the back, and then did a low border around it, and just kept it very simple, very, very simple, and used up whatever there was. Anything you have, just sew it together. It's gonna be fun and interesting and give a fun and modern feel to the quilt.
And we actually have quite a few questions wondering, I mean, obviously the quilting shows off so well
Yes.
with those larger pieces, and wondering what color thread you used for the quilting.
So I'm gonna make another post, and we're gonna write all this down. We're gonna do one more post with binding on it, all the pictures, and then, but I stayed in a darker tone. In the front, I stay a little lighter. My rule of thumb is I don't like dark thread over light fabric. That's my personal taste. When I do edge to edge, you don't have a choice. You go over light or you go over dark. So when I quilt, I don't like to see dark threads on over my light fabric. So I try to match as close to the light, staying just a tiny bit on a taupe like a tea dye. So that way I can see my design on a dark, but it's pretty. To me, it's I don't favorite when I see dark threads on a light. And on the back, I used a little bit darker thread than in the front because I only have dark, but I still wanted to have a light enough that I can see my designs. Not that I always have to turn the light off and look at from the angle. I thought it's gonna add, because it's so plain, that it's gonna add to the quilting. I still have to work on my tensions and learning. I tell you what, machine quilting, I admire all the ladies that do it because it's not that easy, but the more you do it, the better you get in it. So the more I'm doing, I keep thinking about it. Wow, I'm really, really enjoying it. I cannot wait to show you. We have a special surprise for everybody for the retreat. So next week live show, I quilted that quilt too. It is so beautiful, and I can't wait to share that one with you as well. Any other questions?
We actually do.
Yes.
Some unrelated to Mystery Quilt, but I definitely wanted to make sure we touched on those. Ella was wanting to know, well, quite a few questions, just as a reminder, when Eldon Quilt Along will be, which month, and also will Alaska Ruler work with Eldon?
So Eldon, we're doing in October. That's the plan. We're gonna do our retreat, and then we're going right into prepping all the videos for you guys, and we're doing Eldon. And with Eldon, there are gonna be 4 videos that is gonna come out. First, we're gonna learn how to make a log cabin. Then we're gonna learn how to make a star, and then we're gonna go ahead and put our blocks, our log cabins set into the star, and then last video is going to be how to put the quilt together. So that is going to be pretty much next month. And Alaska Ruler, I think you could use it. I like the template for cutting the diamond because when you sew your strips, and I'm going to explain this when we do Eldon, when you sew your strips, you make a scrappy panel, and I know we want to be perfect, but sometimes things go a little bit off. It's nice to have that template, and you can trim from the top and the bottom and then cut your diamonds. So with Alaska Ruler, we would have to really tape it and plan out. I did not look at that yet, so I don't want to promise to you. I am going to look. Anytime I can use the Alaska Ruler, you bet your bottom I'm going to use it. And we have so many cute projects that is gonna still come up with that one. And look at this, the quilt that we just did, that I just showed you, that's our Liberty Star. I know the kit is pre-cut, but you have your Alaska ruler to mark your points, so that way you know where to sew. So use the Alaska ruler not only for cutting, but marking the points. It is going to be beautiful. I'm super excited for, and all the fun projects that we have coming out with that ruler.
Tracy had a question
Yes.
about around the world fabrics from the Compass collection.
Yes.
And she was wondering, can those fabrics, because they are a little bit different, would those be a good option for the Eldon?
So anytime you use the wovens, it's a little bit more tricky because they move a little bit more, and they fray a little bit more. But you know me, I use in my quilts everything and anything I can get my hands on. So it is going to be, a little bit vary. It's going to feel a little bit different, but in the end, I think when you're putting those different textures like batiks, like wovens into one quilt, it makes that quilt a little bit different, a little bit special. And we can only do it by try it. When you just put yourself in one box that you're only going to use solids or cottons or this, you're not expanding as a quilter. I think it's important, especially when you do scrappy quilts, to mix and match and just enjoy it, pull all different stuff, and we can play with it maybe at one of the live show and try some blocks and put some things together to see how it works and does it make a difference. I have used wovens, I have used batiks with traditional fabrics. I love mixing things together.
And we've gotten this question multiple times
Yes.
today. Can you go through all of the quilts that are behind you?
I love that. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna once again start with this one. This is our mystery quilt that we just did. I want to thank you guys for doing this quilt with me. It was so much fun. So this one is Arizona. Now this one is the charm basket, and it's made with charms. This one is our altitude, and it's made with half square triangle. It is just beautiful. I love this quilt. Then behind me we have Lady Tulip, our block of the month quilt. And speaking of block of the month, guys, please save your money, join us in, do block of the month next year with us. We're gonna have something super special with you. So that's what I'm working on it right now, our next year block of the month and our next year mystery. So it's so nice. We're gonna do something fun and special. I'm gonna have you pull some of your scraps out of your stash to enjoy with your block of the month. So tune in, it's gonna be amazing. So that is our Lady Tulip. And then right here we have our Holiday Forest. I love this quilt. This one is bigger than the original one because I added more fabric to it, and I mixed linen texture with printed fabrics from seamstress. And this quilt right here is one of my antique quilts that it's in one of the books, and I brought it because I wanted you to see, look at how books can inspire you and antique quilts can inspire you. And for a long time we didn't have a nice show with some beautiful trunk show of quilts, so stay tuned. Beginning of October, not next week because we're going to be at a retreat, but maybe the week after, if you would like to, let's dig into some of my antique quilts and get inspired. So I hope you want to do that with me. If we don't have any more questions, I wish you guys the best weekend ever. Enjoy. Go to our website at laundrybasketquilts.com, and we appreciate your support and shopping from us, and enjoy all the beautiful new pre-cut kits and all the wonderful inspiration and tools and ideas that we have there. So happy quilting!